Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Potato, and welcome back to Gunsmith. That's right. So in the last episode, we managed to get, production lines for every single bit of combat apparel up and running. And there are two very important things that I want to do over the course of this episode. One is a brand new production line. That's right, a brand new production line. Potentially for explosives, actually. We could get TNT sticks. We're perhaps not super far away from that, but what I think I'm more interested in is bullet production, or a bullet production license, which is probably what we're going to need to acquire. Now, in order to do that, we're going to need a substantial amount of money, but we're also going to need a good reputation with the U.S. government. So we're going to try and make sure that we increase our reputation, and there are, I think, a couple of different ways of doing that, but we'll talk a little bit about that in a second. The other thing that I want to do is do all of the research over here, so all of the research for Kevlar tech, which will allow us to build a Kevlar helmet and also Kevlar armor. So I think we're going to start with this, if that's at all possible. We need to get some research points, 100 a day. 80 research points a day. Let's go for 80 research points a day. That sounds entirely reasonable. Right, now we unpause. There we go. I don't want to go to the globe, although the globe might actually allow me to see my relationship with the US from here, but it's not happening. That's fine. Go into... where is it? It's orders, clients, reputations. This is where we're looking. Okay. So allies... U.S. government. That's what we're after. So, U.S. government, we've got a reputation of 121. Okay, it's literally that simple. So, apparently we just completed an order right there, which should allow us to get ourselves a production license. No, it's 200. It's 200 potato. It's 200 flippin' reputation that we need. Okay, so in order to do that, we need to improve our reputation with the police force, the ST6, and the CIA. Alright? Alright, okay. Now, can we add that to the automation rules by any chance? Can be fulfilled. Can be fulfilled. Ordering organization. Ordering organization and can be fulfilled. U.S. government. Who is it? U.S. government. So it's literally U.S. government, U.S. police forces, ST6, right? And what was the other one? The CIA? Okay, check allied and affiliates. Yeah, so sure. Can be fulfilled. We'll do that. Okay. So it needs to be somebody that we are allied to, and it's not an enemy organization. So that's what we're going to do to try and improve our relationship. Okay, very, very good. Very, very happy with that. The whole thing about making money, yeah, we've sorted our cash flow situation out. So I'm very, very happy to report that adding all of these extra production lines has worked. Going forward, though, I think we're going to try a slightly different strategy. So as opposed to using splitters and whatnot, we're just going to have a very, very simple line, kind of like this one up here, except it's going to be customized to work perfectly, and it's going to be working absolutely in time. So, for example, crafting speed is 0.3 seconds here. So we need to make sure that everything else lines up. So we've got, what, this many plastic fittings. This many blocks creates, or one block creates 5 plastic fittings, right? So 5 can survive. 5 plastic fittings will take 1.5 seconds to be processed, which means that the crafting speed is bumped up to 1.5. The output speed, we can still keep at 0.3, so that it's still in line, but the crafting speed is going to be slowed down considerably. Same with this over here. This can be increased to 1.5 as well, because there is no need to supply as many plastic blocks as we are currently supplying. So this should mean, theoretically, if I'm not mistaken, that we should constantly sort of fluctuate around the same number of plastic fittings. Yeah, so as you can see, it's very, very consistent. 4659 to 4653. So we're not bringing in any additional fittings, which is kind of nice. So we've actually nailed that just by making that one amendment. Okay, so still 0.3 0. Whatever. Okay, increase this up to 1.5. Increase this up to 1.5 as well. And there we go. We've sorted out the ratio. Ratio for this is completely fine. The ratio for this doesn't need to be amended. But it now just means that we're not going to be, you know, storing thousands and thousands of plastic fittings in, you know, crazy parts or whatever. It doesn't seem to make sense. Right, reputation is 190. Yeah, we really need to work on that reputation. But that's okay, because we got a roadmap now. We got a roadmap. We go Kevlar, so that gives us more products to sell to the US government, which is of course very, very important for reputation. And also we are going to make sure that we only supply the US government, which is very, very important. What the heck is going on here? Yeah, I'm gonna hoover that up. I don't know why. Don't know why, for some obscene reason. Oh, it's because they're coming in. It's because they're coming in squints. I see what this problem is. I see what this problem is. Alright. I mean, that's a slight little optimization that we can make, which, truthfully, will make a massive, massive difference. There we go. Okay, so what we're gonna try and do is we're gonna try and get the ratio pretty correct, and then we're gonna try and duplicate production lines as opposed to faffing around, as opposed to faffing around splitting outputs and whatnot. Because I mean, at the end of the day, these zippers, these boxing machines, everything, the machines are pretty dirt cheap. So you know we can really afford to splash. Why are you not getting repaired? You should be repairable. You should very much be repairable. Okay, I guess I will repair this manually to make sure that we just have full uptime. Is this working? It looks like it's working. It looks like it's working. It looks like it's fine. I'm not gonna faff around with changing this up too much, because I'm confident that, you know, what we've got happening here is good. And it's just complicated, and I just don't want to deal with it, so I'm just not going to deal with it. I'm just going to pretend that this area is perfect, even though I absolutely know that it's not. And that is that. Okay, so are our orders coming through? We've got the combat backpacks, which we need to fulfill. Kevlar dispenser has been researched. Excellent. Very, very happy with that. Let's immediately start research on the resin machine. Cool. So we're at least going to get a brand new production line up and running fairly soon. 85 research points. We've got plenty of research points. We've got plenty of cash. It does take a little bit of cash to do a little bit of researching, but that's completely fine. Don't even worry about it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So combat backpacks. I mean, maybe we just ditch. Yeah, ditch that order. Ditch that order, and perhaps instead we see if we try and appease the CIA. Is that what we're after? Orders full 013. What the heck does that mean? What the heck does that mean? I don't know what that means. I have no idea what that means. I mean, what's causing a delay here? Is it just the combat backpacks, really? I think. More than anything else. AIT. So I guess this isn't a friendly person. Weird. Alright, it's okay. It's okay. The game, I am confident, will automatically be able to determine when is the right time to get that sorted. Right. Meanwhile, over here, how are we doing? Let me see if I can get the ratio correct over here. So this takes 2 seconds. Output every 1 second. That's fine. That's fine. Zipper machine is fine too. That's fine. Great. So it takes 2 seconds. I mean, we could speed things up, but if we keep it at the default pace, then it's absolutely okay. Crafting speed over here. That's fine too. 50 to 51. Yep. That number of boot soles looks okay. Looks okay from what I can see. We may just need a few more plastic fittings, but we can just increase that just a smidgen by decreasing the crafting speed there. There we go. And we can increase or decrease this a little bit here. There we go. Okay, so that might make a little bit of a difference. We're not far off. We're not far off getting a good ratio, a perfect ratio over there, but you know, just continually improving is very, very important. Now, the other thing that we want to think about is notoriety, right? So maintain cost discount of 20%. Okay, if we stick at the entrepreneur level. I mean, I do need to either go to the good side or the dark side. The good side or the dark side. I feel like the good side is probably an idea. Order values increased by 10% from the following clients: CIA, MI6, and the Russian civilian retailers. Okay, I mean, first of all, let's press on with the research, eh? Press on with the research as quickly as we possibly can. And then I think that we want to see if we can try and get ourselves to Notorious in this regard. I don't think that we want to... Yeah, I don't think that we want to go over this way. Okay, so I think we're going to enable some charity. I don't know how much charity we need to... -4 notoriety. And I've got 2 notoriety at this moment in time. Right, let's give $2,000 a day. Okay, so that's going to be 8. That's going to be 8. That's going to be 8 notoriety. I don't know if it's per day necessarily. It might very well be per day, but it also might not be. Also, the problem with only accepting orders from American suppliers means that, you know, the number of orders which we have access to quite low, actually. Quite low. I feel like we need to get another production line up and running, like ASAP, honestly. There are not many American suppliers here, or not many people that are actually willing to buy something. This is looking good, to be honest. The Jerry is looking great, to be honest, but we're just not building combat backpacks very quickly. I think we're gonna have to assemble a brand new combat backpack new line. Also, what the heck is going on over here? This is a disaster. Is this not being reflected in my store? Oh my goodness gracious me. We have got like thousands and thousands and thousands of camo gloves which are just sitting around. That is embarrassing. That is highly problematic, actually. Okay. Let's do it. Back-to-back shelves. Do the shelves even need to necessarily have access for people? I don't know if they do, to be honest. There we go. But we do need more of them. We do need more of them. They cost like 250 bucks, so... You know what? I'm happy to pay the price. There we go. There we go. Yeah, very, very happy to pay the price of that. And we'll get all of these hoovered up as well. Well, no, not demolish. Hoover. There we go. Lovely stuff. And will this transpire to any order being completed? I doubt it, actually. Wow, so literally all of those boxes that we swept. Oh, literally an order just came through. Was that perhaps from Jerry? I guess we'll never know, but it looks like it was Jerry. Okay. Armor press researched. Excellent. That's good. Let's go Kevlar helmet. We need a chemical dryer. What is this? A chemical mixer? Chemical dryer over here. Okay. Let's do chemical dryer. Easy enough. How many research points do we have at the moment? We've got plenty of research points, so that is okay. Heater machine. We don't need any heater machines quite yet. Speaking of chemical dryers and research, how are we doing? How are we doing in terms of relations? 1, 2, 3 relations? We're not doing too badly. Okay. Here's what we need to do. We need to set up a brand new combat backpack production line. Right? So at the moment we've got combat backpacks that are coming through this line over here. So I think we're just going to see if we can try and get a brand new line. It just seems worthwhile, honestly, given the circumstances. So, give me a dispenser. Give me a dispenser over here. This is going to output fabric, but we're not going to do it quite yet. Although we could actually set it to dispense fabric backpacks, which might not be the craziest idea in the world if the ratio wasn't perfect, which it kind of already is. So I guess that doesn't particularly matter. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit more complicated to get it all set up, but I think it'll be absolutely worthwhile. Okay, so give me 2 dispensers. One is going to dispense fabric, right? And then one is going to dispense the goods for heating. I think that I can actually afford to be a little bit more space efficient with this. Space efficiency is going to be key when we bear in mind that we will have to consider. We will have to consider space if we're going to get a bespoke production line for pretty much everything. So give me output, give me plastic fittings there. Excellent. So plastic comes out of here. Wonderful. Let me reference the cookbook very, very briefly for a combat backpack. Yep, we need plastic fittings. That's it. We need fabric sheet. Fabric sheet to turn into this. Sure. You know what? We'll go for a nice big belt there. Excellent. And then we go for a zip. We're gonna keep that reasonably short. Looking good. Looking very nice. Okay, so that's going to be the zip setup, which I'm quite happy about. And then we're going to have a merger. Now, is this going to work? It is going to work. I'm convinced. I am very, very convinced. So that goes in there. That goes in there. Chemical dryer has been researched. Keep up the pace, potato. Keep up the pace. Research points, 250. Okay, we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait like a day in order to get some more research points, but that's completely fine. It looks like we are continually having... What the heck is the issue here? Are we out of power? Are we out of juice? Why are we out of juice? Why the heck? Is it literally a power issue? Oh, I tell you what'll have happened. Yeah, we'll have an output penalty on these two batteries, or one of these batteries somewhere along the line. Okay, just give me some more batteries. Keep us in the positive territory. Also, the sheer amount of just junk that I have to store whilst we're waiting for a good dealio. Okay, rack stacking. Give me some more rack stacking, actually. Yeah, give me rack stacking. Give me rack stacking 3. We can at least get some more rack stacking if we can't do our Kevlar armor. Okay. So presumably we're going to be able to increase our stacked racks a little bit more. There we go. It's actually a fairly good system as long as I get the first one down on the floor. It's difficult to see what the heck I'm doing, but as long as I get the first one down, it auto builds on top, which is quite nice. Doesn't fit perfectly, but there is space for somebody to get in and access the gear. All right, let's get that swept up. We're making money. We are making money. We are spending a lot of money, and it doesn't look like we've had much luck with orders recently. There we go. Where else? I knew there was some more boxes chilling around here. There we go. Okay, get that cleaned up. Do we have to start selling to nefarious people? When are we gonna get new clients? To be honest, I would very, very much like new clients. Also, notoriety. How am I doing? I'm spending a decent amount of money on becoming notorious. Let's crank that down to $1,000 a day. I know it's gonna slow our progress towards becoming a founder, but I still think we might be we might be a little bit in a little bit of a problem. Also, I think I'm gonna widen the automation rules. So I'm gonna say, yeah, US and allies. Check allied and affiliate. So unselect all of these, right? Unselect all of these and give me check allied and affiliate. US government. Okay, and so that should just automatically mean that we're not irritating the government, because we don't want to end up irritating the government. Because we can sell to, well, whoever the heck this guy is. I don't know who it is. Who are you? I don't know. Antonio Pompeo from Italy? Yeah. Fair enough. But Jerry, you need to come back to me. You need to come back to me with some better offers, my dude. We are keen. We are keen to sell to Jerry. We got 6,000 combat gloves. Right, hold up. The automation rules aren't running as I'd like to. Automatically check the allied and affiliated organizations of the one selected. Yeah, I did that. I did that. CIA. Sure. ST6. And then who was the other? UK government. British security agencies. SAS. I mean, this is like MI6, yes. CIA, yeah. Okay, so do that. That'll at least get us a couple of orders, right? Jerry, you're still after camo vests now, but that's okay. That's okay. That is absolutely fine. Okay, I think that got us like 1 or 2 orders shipped away. It looks like our shelves are a little bit more empty. I'm still not exactly sold on it, but hey-ho. Anyway, let's get this area sorted because I'm impatient, and we also need more camo backpacks. That is crucial, very, very key, very, very important. Okay, so you're going to output plastic blocks. You're going to output fabric sheets. You are going to combine into fabric backpack. Was that what I said I was going to increase? I think it was. Fabric backpack, plastic fitting. Excellent. Then it's going to get zipped. Wonderful. Then it's going to merge into combat backpack, if I got that correct. I think I have. Combat backpack. Yep. And then 2 sewing levels, and then that's the end of the line. Excellent. Okay. Firstly, let me just go into research. Let me just real quick start research on this. I need 250 research points. Do I not have 250 research points? Alright. Fine. Give me some more research points per day. And then get me... Yeah, give me a few more research points. A few more research points per day. It's a short-term investment to get me across the line. Okay. And then we'll sort out the ratios, which is fine. Yep, that in there. Yeah, okay, I've doofed this up, but that's alright. Okay, that goes over there, that goes over there. And then boxing, I guess we can just box up. The same thing, we can just box up, over here. I mean, I feel like I should really have my own boxing setup, to be fair. Boxing machine. You know what? Just give me my own boxing machine. I don't want to end up faffing around with this too much. Right. So, looks good. End of line. End of line. Okay. Now, let me go stations. Let me go add station. Add station. I'm going to add the station right over here. Right up at the back. There we go. Recruit and assign. Brilliant. Add. Add. How many is that? That's 10 machines. That's 10 machines. That's a pretty complex process, so that's looking pretty good. Are we going to have enough power to power this whole darn thing up? Maybe. 155 power we should have. We should have enough power. We should have enough power to do this, so that's going to be great. Now, ratios. Plastic blocks, fine. Fabric sheets, fine. So, this is going to be 0.5 seconds. It takes 2 seconds to craft. We need 1 plastic fitting. Okay? 1 plastic fitting. Let's leave it at 2 seconds for now. Let's leave it at 2 seconds. 2 seconds is going to be our base. This is fine. 3 plastic sheets, which means that we're going to get, well, whatever 2 seconds divided by 3. So what? It's like just like under here. So that's about how much it is. Yeah. Okay, so I don't exactly like this. It's not going to be a perfect ratio. But yeah, we need to have fabric sheets in here as quickly as we possibly can. Maybe it's actually worth us decreasing this to be divisible by 3. I'm just trying to do maths in my head right now, and it's not coming to me. Is that divisible by 3? That's divisible by 3. That's divisible by 3. It's going to increase the wear and tear tremendously. But that is divisible by 3. So every 1.2 seconds, which means that we need to output every... Which we can't even do. Okay, so it's 1.5. We need to go for 1.5. 1.5 is how fast we're going to be crafting, and it's how fast we're going to be outputting. Fine. 1.5 seconds. 1.5 seconds. Put this down to 1.5. Put this down to 1.5. Great. And then this is at 0.5 at this moment in time, and it needs to be taken down to 5, which means it's going to last. So each plastic fitting is going to last for 7.5 seconds. Oh, boy. Okay, this maths is blowing my brain up. This is going to be, like, absolutely way too much, so... Match the output speed. Match the output speed, so push this up to 1.5 seconds. Right? And then push this up to 7.5 seconds. Right? I think that that's fine. I think that that's fine. Okay, so that's the ratio just about perfect. My brain has just about exploded, but that's okay. Alright, I am very, very close to the ground in terms of cash, but that's okay. We need more money in order to do Kevlar. I've got loads of research points. I didn't actually mean to get that many research points, but that's fine. Okay. Available orders. Come on. Jerry. Okay. We're fine for combat backpacks now. We're just not fine for the other stuff. What does the government think about... What does the government think about Italy? Italy's okay. We can sell to Italy, right? We can sell to Italy? Yeah, I think we can sell to Italy, to be honest. What the heck are the Italians called? Kolmoschin. I have no idea what that is. Alright, let's see if we can sell to them. See if we can sell to them too. Right. There we go. Okay. So that should immediately give us, yeah, a little cash injection there. I don't know when we get new orders, by the way. That is somewhat of a question mark there. We have loads of camo gloves. We have absolutely mountains of camo gloves just sitting on shelves somewhere. Right, start research on the Kevlar helmet research. That's very, very important. How notorious are we? Very, very non-notorious. That's okay. We're getting there. We're getting there, and that's what's important. Okay, so this is what I would describe as a perfect ratio setup, unless I've somehow miscalculated. But I don't think I have. I think everything is actually running very, very smoothly. Yeah. I think this is fine. I think this is fine from what I can see. I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. Combat backpack. We got it. We got it. We're powering them up. So this is pretty good. This is pretty good, to be honest. And if we can copy and paste a system like this, I would not be super displeased at all. Yeah, we are going to start to see a whole bunch of machines that are just going to stop working. There we go. Do that. Power off, power on. Because otherwise it might not work, because that's just the way that the game operates sometimes. Also, we have yet again managed to run out of storage. Can I stack higher now? I can stack higher. I can definitely stack higher. I want to stack higher. Stack as high as we can go. These cost 250 bucks a piece, so I mean, it's not exactly free, but it does allow me to keep larger inventory for larger orders. Not like we're really getting that many large orders, especially for camo gloves. I feel like maybe having the number of lines that we do have for camo gloves is a little bit ridiculous. I mean, the CIA only needs so many camo gloves, for goodness sake, you know? They only need so many camo gloves. Okay, are we getting... We getting this swept up? Nope. I'll sweep up manually. That's fine. There we go. This mechanic, by the way, is shockingly overpaid and shockingly underworked. Needs to work a little bit harder, methinks. Anyway, Kevlar, we should be able to get that done by the close of play today. That's the dream anyway. I hope that it works. We got an issue over here. Take that down a little bit. There we go. Yeah, take that down to as quick as you can, please. Thank you very much. All right. Then reheat, then output as fast as we can. There we go. Excellent. Cool. So that should mean that we get a few more boots through the door, a few more boots out the door. Okay. We got a couple of active orders. We do have a couple of active orders. This is okay. This is okay. What's our reputation with the US? I think our reputation's actually not terrible. Reputation 134. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. The Russian government is not a big fan of us. UK government is a big fan of us, which is nice. Very, very happy with that. British security agencies. I don't think that we've got the option to sell to those British security agencies yet. I don't think so. Also, we're running out of fabric sheet. The reason that we're running out of fabric sheets is that we don't have any money. We don't have any money. We don't have any money. We're running out of plastic blocks. Again, it's because we don't have any money. We do have active orders. We are trying to sell. We are trying to sell as much as we possibly can. You know what? Camo gloves. It sucks, but we'll do it. It sucks, but we'll do it. Anyone that wants camo gloves, I'm perhaps in the money. Who is this? The elite crew. No idea who the elite crew are. Anyone want camo gloves? Only 600 camo gloves. I mean, can I interest you in 7,000 camo gloves? Does anyone want 7,000 camo gloves? Yeah, so even if we end up, like, you know, creating a little bit of a nightmare zone, i.e. we irritate the US a little bit. I don't necessarily think that that's the worst thing in the world. Okay. Power these dispensers off. We're gonna take this production line offline. It's just not worth it, to be honest. And the same with this one. Same with this one. Nice. We'll leave all the machines on. We'll get the rest of the gloves out of the system, but you know, we're not gonna introduce any more gloves to the equation. It's just not worth it. We can't afford to just keep on producing gloves. 8,000 flipping gloves in storage. That's ridiculous, isn't it? Okay, did we manage to get this researched? Why did we not manage to get this researched? I paid. It takes 2 days. It takes 2 days. It takes 2 days. My bad. It's my bad. It's happening. I know what's up. I'm still in the game. Okay, you know what? Take this off. We don't want to spend $1,000 a day on charity. Indifferent at the moment. Yeah, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of cash to take us to the next level. It really, really does. Okay, Kevlar rolls. That's kind of exciting. That's kind of good. Pretty happy with that. I'm still happy with my automation as it stands in the market and accepting orders. That's okay. Maybe we fire a couple of members of staff, to be honest. Seriously, maybe that's something that we do. Look at this storage area. It's grand, isn't it? It's looking cool. It's looking very, very cool. It is looking very, very, very cool indeed. What's up with you? You got 0 tools? Kevlar helmet researched. Excellent. Okay, so what do we need for this last thing? 15,000 in cash. That is fine. Okay. Do we have enough cash to set up a brand new cash flow? A brand new workflow in order to get a Kevlar helmet. So we need helmet fabric and we need Kevlar helmet encased. And I heard something just go offline there. All right, so this is gonna be a little bit complicated. What's the big dealio? New orders available. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Are we out of power? It's because this battery has... This battery has gone down. Okay, you know what? Apparently I'm just spending loads and loads and loads on power repairs, and it costs like $1,000 a piece in order to do that. So, I mean, look, needs must, eh? Needs must. Okay, gloves. Does anyone want the gloves? Anyone want the gloves? I am so unbelievably sorry that I've overproduced gloves. You'll take 680 off my hand for 13 grand. You know what? Honestly, I don't think that we can actually improve our reputation with the US at this moment in time. I don't even think it's possible. You know what? I'm gonna disable this automation rule. Rule condition. Yeah, edit this. Can be fulfilled. Yeah. Okay, it's literally just a case of trying to get cash, because that is what we're after. To be honest, that is what we're after above everything else. Okay, look at that. Immediately we've sorted ourselves out. So let's at least get Kevlar production up and running before we chat about reputation and whatnot. That seems like a big old priority, right? So Kevlar helmet. We need Kevlar helmet encased. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is gonna be a challenge. Let's sort out this side here, shall we? Heat level 3. Okay, we need to get up to heat level 3 in order to plastically form the helmet frame. Right. I see potentially the problem. Let's see if we can do this over here, right? So we're gonna need 3 inputs, and then we're also going to need a Kevlar dispenser as well, which is going to cost me a little bit of cash. But that's okay. You know, we're actually fine for cash at this moment in time, which is great. Okay, let's sort out the helmet fabric first, because that is very, very simple. Just got an achievement there, day 50. Didn't think that it would ever happen, but there you go. We're still going strong. You know, we've had our difficulties. We've definitely had our difficulties. We're still having our difficulties. But at the end of the day, we're still here, and we're still going strong. Okay. Helmet fabric. Excellent. Very, very happy with that. Next thing that we want to do is we want to get 3 heat levels. Now, unfortunately, at this moment in time, I only have one way to increase the heat levels. And the one way that I have to increase the heat levels is with a single heater. So we're going to have to get 3 single heaters, which seems very, very inefficient. Very, very highly inefficient. But you know what? It is the way of the world. So we are going to form a helmet frame here. It's going to be a nice heated helmet frame. Excellent. You are going to output plastic blocks. You are going to output fabric. You are going to output resin tanks. So this is the new area. This is the new area for us. So we need to get a Kevlar dispenser, which is here, and is also massive, for goodness sake. I mean, look at the size of this thing. What the heckity heck is this? How do we... So it literally just gives us sheets? Okay, and how do we use Kevlar? How do we treat Kevlar? I guess it's literally this simple. So we do that. That lines up perfectly. Okay, so the Kevlar dispenser comes into the cutter machine. The cutter machine, there we go, gives us helmet sheet. Okay. So far, so good. You're going to output Kevlar. That's okay. I could be paused, which would maybe reduce my running costs a little bit. But honestly, I mean, we're doing fine. We're doing fine. Right. So now we go to a resin machine after it's cut. And we input the resin from here, and we input the sheet from over here. Right. I like this. I like this. This is good. This is fine. So does that go straight forward? It can go straight forward if I just move it back a smidgen. And then, of course, I managed to not line it up correctly. Right, so what about over here? What about over here? So this comes out of there. I think we can do this in a oneer. I think we can do this in, oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. It's brilliant. Okay, so that's going to output the Kevlar helmet formed, which is great. We haven't sorted out the ratio yet, but that's okay. Then we need to get an armor press. Okay, again, costs rather a large amount of money. Excuse me? Ah, do we not have the electricity? No, we do. Oh, why was I not able to build that then? I don't know. All right, again, you know, the requirement for saving space is pretty key. Oh, there's a bit of glove on the ground. How did a glove get over here? I have no idea. But we do have thousands and thousands of them, so I guess it makes sense. Look at the cash that we're bringing in, by the way, folks. Look at the cash. I mean, the government ain't gonna be super happy with me. Reputation with the U.S. government. Actually, it's riding pretty high, to be honest. It's riding pretty high. Okay, notoriety. Let's bump it up. 10 grand a day. 10 grand a day. I need the CIA to start paying me a lot more. I need the CIA to start paying me a lot more. What do we got at the moment? Active orders. We're just waiting for combat boots, combat trousers. Available orders. Nobody wants any camo gloves. We still got 5,000 camo gloves, so there's no point in bringing another line onto or into production, back into production, should I say. Okay, armor press. You're going to output the Kevlar helmet pressed. Excellent. Then we go to a chemical dryer. Chemical dispenser. Chemical dryer. Does a chemical dryer needs chemicals? I don't think it needs chemicals, which is good. Okay. Again, I'm just assuming that these machines will be able to cope with a 1-to-1 ratio. That might not be the case. That might not be the case at all. How are there so many gloves over here? I can see these little gloves littering the floor. It's actually very, very embarrassing. Very, very embarrassing. We have standards over here, folks. We have standards. Okay, so the Kevlar helmet encased, fine, is merged, and then we have another merger at the front, and then we have an end-of-line box pickup over here, which is great. Okay, so all we need to do is link up these components. So this can link in there like so. Make sure that that's lined up. This also lines up over there. Nice, big, juicy belts. Works like an absolute charm. Works like an absolute charm. Not super space efficient, mind you. Not super duper space efficient. But it does work. So that goes in there like so. And then let's work on this. Big, long belt here. You know, there is definitely a way that we can improve this space-wise. Definitely a way that we can improve this. But for now, you know what? We'll leave that as what it is. Okay. So, helmet encased. Yep. And then the final output is the Kevlar helmet. So everything is just going to work on a 2-second basis, I think. So everything works at 2 seconds. You craft a sheet every 2 seconds. Excellent. You output sheets every... There's no input for this, is there? There's no input for this. But we do need to buy these sheets. So 1 Kevlar roll. Oh, sorry. The rolls are inputted. The sheets are outputted. Okay. So we need to insert the rolls, and that gives us 75 Kevlar sheets. Okay, so there is like we need to increase the output speed by like a lot here. So given that it's 3, what's 75 divided by 3? 25. Every 25 seconds. Basically. Craft 1 every 25 seconds. Craft Yeah, perfect. Okay, so 75, you're going to use 3. Brilliant. 2-second craft speed. That's great. That all lines up. 2 seconds over here as well. 2 seconds over here. It's a 1-to-1 ratio, so you need to be set on 2 seconds too. Thank you. There we go. 2 seconds there. That's on 2 seconds. It's a 1-to-1 ratio of plastic blocks to that. That goes there. That goes there. Alrighty. We are ready to turn this. We're ready to turn this puppy on. This is looking good. This is looking very, very good. The only problem is, I think that we might have too many. We might have too many. Might have too many machines for one single line. Let's test it, shall we? Okay, we are definitely gonna have. Oh boy, it's so close. We just need 2 more. We need 2 more. But you know what? I'm actually gonna make 2 stations. I know that sounds like really bad, but I want to get into the habit. I want to get into the habit of doing this. I want to get into the habit of doing this where I have like a bespoke setup over here. And in the future, once we change our research up, or once we do the next level of research, what is the next level of research? It's this one. Research points 140. Give me 32 research points a day. Fine. Once we get that done, it should be fine. We can just merge them into one singular station. Okay, we are making money, which is good. We're not making as much money as perhaps I would like to, but that's okay. Right, we're about to turn everything on, but the problem about turning everything on is that we actually need power. We actually need rather a lot of power. So the mechanic is not doing a very good job at all of repairing. I feel like we may need just a lot more power banks, and also a lot more mechanics. Can I get 3 mechanics around here? Tell you what, that might be something to investigate. Okay. That seems maybe like a bit of overkill, but we'll give it a shot. Alright, I was going to say both lines, but it's technically the same line, just split across 2 managers. Both lines are working. We got the plastic blocks. We got the helmets coming out. This is looking great. This is looking good. This is looking grand. Okay, the only issue is, pause, is that we haven't adjusted our market conditions. Yeah, okay. First of all, what is it? Resin tanks. We need to buy resin tanks, and we need to buy rolls as well. So, item, Kevlar roll, quantity, 100. If less, item quantity equals less than or equal to 100, we will literally just buy some more stuff. Easy peasy. Resin tanks, quantity, item quantity is less than or equal to 100. Sign me up. Okay, so we should immediately buy all of the things that we need. There we go. Kevlar rolls. It's teleported right on there. Resin tanks. We should have the resin tanks coming through as well. Except, hold up. Maybe we're out of money. Is that the problem? Did that cost me like a ridiculously large amount of cash? I think the Kevlar rolls cost me, yeah, I think they cost me a lot. Just buy as many resin tanks as I can manually. That's fine. I know, you know, we're gonna go into a little bit of negative cash flow or whatever, but that's fine. How is this happening? How are my belts and lines just not working at this moment in time? Okay, staff management. Give me mechanic, recruits. Give me 2 more mechanics, because frankly, I need more. 1, 2, 3 mechanics. Is that gonna make any difference to my bottom line? I sure as heck hope it will. Repair. Thankfully, we can just go into serious debt whilst repairing, which is great. I'm still, like, irritated that I have to repair manually. Like, what is the point of having a mechanic workforce if I have to repair manually? Must confess, that doesn't really make sense to me, but that's okay. Is somebody trapped in here? I don't think you're trapped in here, are you? No, you're not trapped in here, I don't think. Alright. So, why are we not producing anymore? We are producing. That was an accidental repair there. Okay, continue to split. Continue to output. There we go. That's better. Repair, repair, repair. And then we have to wait for 3 seconds, apparently, because that's just how things operate in this world. 1, 2, 3. At least it repairs to full, right? Okay, good. Just want to make sure that absolutely everything is working. What about over here? Trace the problem back. Trace the problem back. It's this. This was not outputting fabric backpacks for some obscene reason. Don't understand. It's very, very irritating. But hey-ho. What's going on? Recovering toolkits. Yeah, could you recover a little bit faster, please? Don't worry about this area here. You know, we've designed this area with the highest levels of accessibility in mind, so I think everything is no, that's a barefaced lie. This area isn't accessible, but it can be made accessible with relative ease. All right, keep repairing, keep repairing. This area also ain't working. Is it because of this? No, it's because of this. We don't have any fabric sheets, which is also a big old problem because we can't process market orders unless we do it manually when we don't have the appropriate amount of cash. Okay, here's the problem is that Kevlar sheets are very, very expensive. Okay, so what we're going to do, quantity less than 10, buy 10. Yeah, okay, so that should hopefully fix the problem. We're out of plastic blocks. We're out of everything. We're out of everything right now. I'm very, very well aware of this. Okay, go back to the market. Right. Buy. Buy, buy, buy. Buy, buy. Buy, 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 buy. It's okay. We're quite far off. We're quite far off our, you know, our bankruptcy threshold. I know we're running out of funds at an alarming rate, but that's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, video game. We're doing fine. Okay, we got some products. We got some products coming in. I don't know why we've not managed to satisfy any orders recently. Anyone want any gloves? Does anyone want any flippin' gloves? Please. Can sell gloves at a knockdown bargain rate. Nobody wants just gloves. Oh, also, here's the thing that is costing me super large amounts of money. Yeah, okay, don't end up doing that. That's a bad idea. That's the surefire way to lose money. Okay, the fact that we are in negative cash flow territory is a problem. How are we doing research-wise? Are we still spending money on research? We're not spending any money on research whilst we have negative cash flow, which is good. This, power off, power off. Stop hemorrhaging money, please. So we'll just turn that off there. Oh yeah, you're the market manager, the sales manager, or whatever. All right, who controls this? Because we're gonna turn this off too. All right, turn all of that off. Excellent. Okay. Good stuff. Who is supposed to be repairing this? We're supposed to have somebody repairing this over here, and yet we've got nobody. We've got nobody repairing anything over here. Okay, you know, I think we have to take pretty drastic action. You are going to be fired. Unassigned staff. That's right. You, unassigned. You are going to be unassigned as well. Then we're going to go into staff management. Line control. I should name them. I should name them. You're roaming. Market manager. Mechanic. Line control manager. Line control worker. Looking to rest. Working. Roaming. Wait, who the heck did I unemploy? By unemploy, I mean fire. You. Can I click on you? Oh, so, okay, this is a bit of a problem. Yeah. What is your name? Skylar? Skylar Riley. You're just roaming. Fired. Winston. Skylar, you're being fired. Yeah, Winston Griffin. You're also gonna get fired. It really doesn't cost us that much at all. It really doesn't cost us that much at all to keep the staff employed. It's almost just not worth it. Not worth firing them. All of these machines are turned off now, so we should be in good cash flow territory, and yet we're just not. So why is this not working? This is not working because we're out of fabric sheets. Again, we're out of fabric sheets. Okay. The bankruptcy threshold is still a long way off. I say a long way off. It's not a long way off. It's minus 75,000. It's minus 75,000. What do we have going spare? We got a lot of stuff going spare. We got a lot of combat backpacks. Presumably. We got loads of camo gloves going spare. We are producing Kevlar helmets. So that is a step in the right direction for sure. Order value, fulfillment time, completion rate. Give me order value. Descending, ascending. So you've got a really cheap deal. Literally just combat trousers. Why do you guys always want the stuff that I don't produce? Because if I could produce more combat trousers, I would. I absolutely would. But the combat trousers are in high demand. What's going on with this? There's an output penalty? Don't tell me you're just sucking my shoes up into the oblivion. I need to repair that manually. Otherwise, I don't think the shoe counts. Wait, what? How? What? The shoes are going in here, and they just don't count. Okay, that's super dodgy. They still don't count as shoes. Oh, it's because it's not connected. It's because it's not connected to the lines. Hold up. We got a spare. We got a spare line. This is the problem with the. This is the problem with doing this. Is it working now? Work. Oh, it's 'cause that's not manned either. Oh, gosh. Okay, this line system is very daft. Even though I'm entirely to blame. You're running out of fabric sheets. So where do all the shoes go? Because I produced near perfect shoes. And yet, here we are. Okay, this is good. This is fine. Combat backpacks. We've got loads of combat backpacks. That's fine. That's great. I need to start selling some stuff. Start selling some power banks. Start selling some of this nonsense, actually. Yeah, because we don't actually need any of this. We don't actually need any of this at all. Alright. Clean this area up a little bit. It's a good opportunity for a little bit of spring cleaning as well. There we go. Take our debt down a little bit. Honestly, I wish right now I could just get myself a bridging loan. That would be really nice. Okay, weekly factory report. What is the factory report telling me? I don't particularly want to look at the factory report right now. I feel like I might weep. I might weep if I did. Speaking of weeping, we need to buy loads of fabric. But fabric is cheap, and that is great. That is really great. Okay, hoover this floor up, because it's an absolute disaster. But that is okay. Okay, so now we've got an appropriate number of mechanics. We got an appropriate number of mechanics. We got an appropriate amount of stuff that is just happening. These machines have all been shut down. I don't understand how machine capability degrades even when they're turned off. I mean, sure, degrading a little bit, but nowhere near as much as they seem to be degrading. Okay, sell that. Sell that. Sell that as well. Okay, good stuff. Why are you not working? So you just decided not to work this whole time? So we've just not been making combat trousers? Okay. Okay, I'm definitely okay with that. Oh wait, no, I'm not okay with that. It's a big thing that I'm not okay about. This also has not been working, apparently? No, it is apparently working. Okay. That's fine then. Right. Output speed, craft speed, as quickly as we possibly can. I know it's going to degrade the quality of the vests, but we've got a massive backlog to get through. Yeah. So we'll do that. So that's going to increase the amount of resources that we've got coming out of here short term, which is kind of nice. It's kind of good. Fabric backpacks we're fine for. Great. Trousers we're maxed out over there as well. This requires repair, output and crafting penalty. Oh. We got another issue with regards to this machine not being assigned to some line. So I guess we'll assign it to this line over here. Sure. Whatever. Happy days. Turn it on. I mean, I'm committed to this system now, right? So I kind of have to. Are we out of plastic blocks now by any chance? Is that why we're not able to output? You gosh darn right it is. You gosh darn right it is. What's going on here? Should be working fine. Okay, plastic blocks. The whole point of automating plastic block purchases is so that I don't have to deal with this nonsense. Could I sell some stuff? I could sell some of this Kevlar. Actually. Sell 50 Kevlar. You're running out of funds at an alarming rate. Why is the sell price different from the buy price? Sell 50 Kevlar. There we go. Okay, so that gets us 6 grand back. It's not exactly a mistake that I'd like to repeat, but that's okay. I think that we've stabilized a little bit. We're running out of Kevlar roll. Look at how many sheets we've got. Look at how many sheets we've got. We've got plenty of Kevlar roll. You know what? Turn off the auto order for Kevlar roll. Like, let's not mess with that. That is nasty. Turn off that automation. Yeah. No siree. No siree. We do not want to mess with that. We do not want to mess with that. We got thousands and thousands and thousands of Kevlar sheets. So I really don't think that is what we need to mess around with. Okay. Plastic fittings. We got no plastic fittings anymore, but that's okay. We're working on this as fast as we can. Excellent. I don't think, yeah, this is the minimum speed that we can work at. Yeah, okay, so, I mean, we're stabilizing. We're stabilizing. I don't think we've been able to deliver an order in a little while, purely because everyone only wants combat trousers and combat boots, apparently. Which is deeply frustrating. Available orders. I mean, even Jerry over here doesn't want combat backpacks. Jerry always wants combat backpacks. Combat vests as well. I mean, is it just that we are fulfilling so many orders that is what that's what's happening? I feel like that might be the case, right? We're doing such a great job. We're doing such a great job of producing hold up. Excuse me? Wait, what's going on here? Kevlar sheets. Oh, you output every 25 seconds. Okay. Let me change that. Let's output every 4 seconds. Right, will that make a difference? There you go. Output every 1 second. Output every 1 second. That's fine. Okay. So that's my bad. I completely doofed up the number on the Kevlar dispenser here. But we still have thousands and thousands and thousands of Kevlar sheets. So, you know, Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that at all. We just turned all of our Kevlar sheets, or we just turned all of our money into Kevlar sheets, I should say, which was a disastrous strategy if we want to actually make money, which is a big old pain in the backside. But now we should be on course to make cash. You're running out of plastic block. That's okay. That's okay. That's completely fine. That's completely fine. Let me go into the market. I'll order a few bits and bobs manually. Order some fabric sheets. Order some plastic blocks. No issues there whatsoever. We're fine. Okay. Demolish mode. Demolish this, demolish that, demolish that. Get this area tidied up a little bit. Wonderful. And look at that. What do you know? We're back to financial stability. 5 steps to financial freedom. That's right. Buy more engineers. Buy more engineers to fix all of your problems. Do all of the market orders manually. Cannibalize half of your factory in order to make sure that the newer production processes survive. It's literally that simple, folks. It's literally that simple. I tell you what, though, it's looking good. It's looking real good. So we've got how many helmets? Kevlar helmets, 14 Kevlar helmets. That's nice. That's real nice. Okay, anyone looking for a Kevlar helmet now? I don't think so. I don't know when order. Oh, yeah, look. Jonas, Mr. Jonas Fatson from Canada is after 240 helmets. Who'd have thunk it? Who'd have actually thunk it? So we still have a bunch of combat boots that we maybe want to scale up production for over there. But that's fine. Look at that. It's money. It's money. We actually have money. 190 bucks. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I don't want to say that I was confident that we were gonna lose the game, but I was confident. I was very confident that we would lose the game, actually. So there you go. I thought it was over for us. Toolkits, 0 toolkits. Well, just go back to your desk. Go back to your desk and pick up a toolkit. Okay, let's complete one final order just to ensure that we're completely fine and dandy. Still so many gloves. So many gloves. Like an embarrassingly large amount of gloves. So much of our company's value is tied up in camo gloves. We thought camo gloves would take off, and they just really haven't. Highly embarrassing. It looks like there's not actually any order that is, like, imminently achievable. Ventus. Is that a real name? Is that even a real name? Right. Fine. We still have 14 Kevlar rolls. That's okay. That's completely fine. Look at that. Look at that. We still 3,000 sheets. Okay, that is so much money. That is so much money tied up in these sheets here. That is ludicrous. That is absolutely ludicrous. Oh boy. You hate to see it. You hate to see it, but it is what it is, right? It is what it is. It is what it is. We'll get loads of money from these Kevlar helmets at some point, right? I mean, obviously we won't at this moment in time. We could restock, but I don't want to. I don't want to. I think I'm happy with this. I think I am happy with this, to be honest. We need fabric backpacks. Have we perhaps run out of fabric sheets? We have indeed run out of fabric sheets. I do keep trying to stay on top of this. 1,000. I do keep trying to stay on top of this, but you know, it can be expensive. I know I've just gone massively cash flow negative there by spending a lot of cash, but I mean, we're gonna need fabric sheets. You have to spend money to make money. You know what they say. And it is the only way that we can do it. Okay. So, how do we get another factory? That's what I want to know, right? Change factory? Can we straight up just buy a brand? Is it literally just this simple? We can straight up buy a brand new factory. I mean, I don't want to do that yet. I don't want to do that yet at all. Open a new factory, factory price. We're going to experiment with this. We're definitely going to experiment with this. I'm just apprehensive. I'm just apprehensive that we recover from this little shaky moment here. Yeah, but I think we've done it though. That's the thing. Yeah, when did the new orders come through? Is there any way that we can find out when the new orders come through? Orders full. I don't know what that means. Orders full. If we don't fulfill an order by that time, do we perhaps get in trouble? Is that the issue? I don't know. Okay, combat boots, combat boots, combat boots. Come on. Get us the combat boots. We are ever so close to actually just accomplishing all of our objectives. And yet we are just so painfully far. All of these boxes that you see, each and every one of them is a camo glove. Well, I say that. Most of them are camo gloves. You know what? We're clearly not fulfilling any orders, so I'm just gonna end this episode here, and we're gonna deal with the, you know, little bit of a overhanging cash flow deficit issue. We'll deal with that in the next episode. I'm sure it'll be fine. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching this episode of Gunsmith. My name, of course, has been Open Potato. This is shaping into quite a run, quite an exciting little attempt at making a profit. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Thanks as ever to the fantastic Patreon supporters over at patreon.com/openpotato. Also thanks to Banana and C Senpai for being the two $25+ plus tier patrons. I'll see you next time, folks. Bye.